Hey friends, welcome back. Okay, in this tutorial, there's a few additional things I'd like you to learn about. So far we've learned we've learned about the concept of variables, right? We can declare a variable and assign it a value. But the first thing I want to talk about is the variable naming conventions. So let's say we create a variable called hero. So let's say let hero equal Batman, okay? Because the variable is only one word, the first letter is a lowercase, okay? So we've seen that previously, okay? But if you're going to do a word with two letters or more, you want to have, that camel case. So we could say, for example, the hero. So the first letter of the first word is lowercase, but for every subsequent word, it starts with an uppercase. That's known as camel case, okay? Now, the other thing as well is when you're creating a variable name, well, also, the other thing is if you hover on a variable, you notice it tells you the type. So you see there it says let hero colon string. It is telling us that that variable is of type string. And for example, we could do let hero age be equal to, we'll say 34. And if we hover on that, we see hero age is of type number. But if we do, let's say, hero name, and we say equal to Batman, and we hover on that, it is of type string. So this is basically us creating a variable of type string, and this is us creating a variable. We're saying let hero age equal 34, and that is a variable of type number. Okay, awesome. Now, when it comes to naming conventions, not only can you use letters to name a variable, you can also use at the end of the variable underscore, dollar sign, and numbers. So for example, I could say hero name 1, hero name 12, hero name, or even hero number 250, okay? I could also say hero and give it a dollar sign, or hero with an undercase, okay? Now, you can also do that at the start. You could have underscore hero, you could have dollar sign hero, but if I try to put a number at the start of a variable name, JavaScript starts giving out to me, okay? So basically you cannot start a variable name with a number, okay? So just so you are aware of that. Okay, great. We've seen before that when you want to create a variable, you have to use the let keyword, give your variable some sort of name, use the equal sign, i.e. the assignment operator, to assign it some sort of value, okay? But there's other ways you can create a variable as well. You can use the var keyword. So you could say var hero is equal to Batman. You can say let hero, or you could even say const, okay? So what are the differences? Well, var stands basically for variable. Var was the old way in JavaScript before JavaScript got more modern, which we'll speak about later on in the course. But essentially, var stands for variable. So this used to be var for variable, hero equals Batman, but let is the more modern way, okay? So then, what is the difference between, for example, let and const? So, difference between let and const. What is the difference? Well, when you initialize or create a variable using the let keyword, you're able to reassign or update the value of that variable later on in the code. So for example, maybe I want to say let hero equal Batman, that's fine. I want to say let hero age equal 32. And what we can do later on in the code is update the hero age to be 33. Happy birthday, Bruce Wayne. And if we console.log out hero age, well, what do you think we're going to see? Pause the video. Well, we're going to log out to the console 33, right? Because for Batman, we've created a variable called hero age, assigned it the value of 32, but then later on here, we update the value of hero age and reassign it a value of 33. So when we log out to the console hero age, we actually got 33 because when we first created the variable hero age, we initialized this variable using the let keyword and assigned it a value of 32. But down here, we update that value to 33. But what if we had Batman or Bruce Wayne's email and we didn't want to let anyone update the value in our database, other developers? We can use the const keyword. So if I say const, we'll say Bruce Wayne's email, And we'll say this is going to be Bruce Wayne is awesome at Wayne enterprises.com or something like that, right? Well, if I console.log the variable Bruce Wayne's email, okay, we're just going to see that logged out of the console. So you've seen this before. I've created a variable, but I've used the const keyword. Const really stands for constant. The variable, once you've initialized it or created it and assigned it a value, you cannot then update the value later on in the course, okay? So remember, when we use the let keyword to create a variable, okay, we can basically update the value of the variable later on, okay? However, when we use the const keyword, we cannot then later update the value or reassign a new value to the variable, okay? We cannot then later update the value of the variable, okay? Of the variable. And to show this to you, what I'm going to do is let's just look at the console. So we know we've logged out Bruce Wayne's email. Just want to show you the value. So Bruce Wayne is awesome at WayneEnterprises.com, okay? What if I then try to take Bruce Wayne's email and assign it a new value? If I want to say, you know, Bruce Wayne's email is equal to, we'll say maybe it's wonderwoman@gmail.com, right? Okay, well, what happens when I save and refresh? Okay, if I then log out to the console, Bruce Wayne's email, let's just see what happens. Okay, let's come here and refresh. Okay, we're getting an error. Okay, so we're saying uncaught type error assignment to constant variable. So it's given out to us on line 18. Okay, so what happens is on line 18, Bruce Wayne's email, we're trying to reassign, i.e. update the value of that variable, but JavaScript is saying you're not allowed to do that. You created the variable with the const keyword, so I'm not letting you update it. And what you notice is, because we're getting an error, we don't actually see this line logged out to the console. Okay, so the code basically breaks, it stops working. So to fix that, what you could do is, firstly, you could change that to type let, okay? So we're saying let Bruce Wayne's email equal to, because it's a variable declared with the let keyword, okay? You are able to update the value. So if we save and refresh, we have here Bruce Wayne is awesome, you know, and then we've Wonder Woman's email, right? So we've stopped our error, but that makes no sense because remember, we don't want anyone to update the value of Bruce Wayne's email. So we can change that back to const, okay? And then if we wanted to store Wonder Woman's email, well, we'd have to create a variable for her, wouldn't we? So we could say let Wonder Woman email be assigned that value, okay? So that now when I save and refresh, okay, we're getting no errors, okay? Awesome, because really what we're doing is we're creating a variable using the const keyword, Bruce Wayne's email is equal to assigning the value. We logged it out to the console. Then we just create a variable for Wonder Woman. We don't log that out to the console, so maybe we should do that. So we just say console.log Wonder Woman email. And now what we've done is we've created const variables of type const for both Batman's email and Wonder Woman's email, and all your friends are going to be jealous because you get to hang around with the best heroes from the DC universe, and Superman and Robin and the Flash and Aquaman, they're going to join us later. Okay, awesome. So guys, the key takeaway from this tutorial is when you are creating a variable, you can use var, let, const keywords. Var is the old way of doing it. So in this course, I'm going to be using the let keyword. But if you want to create a variable, but you don't want it to be updated or reassigned a new value later, all you have to do is initialize or first declare or create that variable with the const keyword. Okay, awesome. So guys, I'll see you in the next tutorial.